right, where are my senior presidential directors tonight? Who do I have on here besides Laura and Leah? Who else is here with me this evening? Where are my presidentials? I see Charlene Saylor on here. Who else do I have in here so far? They're rolling in. So I know I've got Laura, Leah, and I've got Charlene. I see Barb on here. I see some of my senior directors. There's Dr. Debbie. Beth and Michael are here. Fantastic. All right, who else are we waiting on? Let's see, we've got a couple more. I'm looking at our chat here to see who all is here. We've got Kathy Stevenson here. Welcome, welcome. There's Louise. All right, fantastic. Rhonda's here. Yay. Okay, so what I want to do this evening, I want to be able to spend some time. We want to hear from our newest senior directors. And we happened, oh, there's Honey and Ron. There they are. I was like, where's Honey and Ron? There they are with Tina. I'm like, I see that Kansas City team down there. All right, there you guys are. So we want to be able to spend some time hearing from our senior directors. We've got some new promotions. We have one that won't be able to share, and that is Karen Simpson. Karen May Simpson is in Scotland. And so it is like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, her time right now. So she won't be joining us this evening, unfortunately, but I will post this recording and she can share her information with us. But I want to hear from our newest senior directors, and I wanted them to have their directors on with them as well too, if possible. Some are out of the country and some are not available, but I wanted us to be able to hear from them. We have been talking, we started last week talking about our leadership retreat that we have coming up in February. And I'm so excited for the promotions that are rolling in this team. It's just, they're exponential. Everyone is growing. They're helping people build. And whether you've been in for a day, a week, a month, a year, or however long, we're still seeing success across the board with everyone, right? Teams are growing and exploding. So I want to definitely be able to have you guys share. So Leah, I'm going to start with you. If you want to grab Dr. Debbie, and I'm going to let you take over with talking to Dr. Debbie, asking her some questions about senior director and what it means to her and how she helped her team. And then I don't know, I can't remember, you guys had told me earlier if their teams are here. If they are, have them come on and, let's let those directors just share a little bit of what it meant to actually be a part of helping that kind of promotion take place. Because it's not one person. No one person gets to any rank by themselves. So I really want you to hear from those directors to see what it feels like to be a part of a team and to be able to help make something like that happen.
Thank you. Thank you. I am super excited to introduce this incredible woman. You guys, she has so much knowledge about the human body, and we have been so blessed that she has started sharing LifeWave with all of her clients and all of her patients. And so, Dr. Debbie, jump on, girl, and tell us what it is, what it means to you that you've hit senior director, you've got now directors under you, you've got teams building that are just blowing up. Tell us a little bit about your little adventure, girl.
There is not enough time for me to cover the excitement that I feel, because I tell you what, in my practice here, I always talked about, I kind of sort of guarantee my work. Do y'all know I can now, since the patches have come into play, I'm trying to watch my verbiage here.
You're okay. We're a private Zoom. This won't be publicly posted.
Since stem cell activation came along, I now tell them, y'all want a written guarantee? Because you follow my 5 to Thrive, these patches are going to change your life. And I know y'all talk about some of the people saying, it's not a one and done. Well, I was one of those that got the results like in 4 to 5 days of all the symptoms of mitral valve prolapse, as well as AFib, gone, that I've had since I was in my 20s. So I was already doing all the things, but all of those things kept me in maintenance mode, and the patches took me to the next level. So I dare anybody to try to keep my mouth closed over that because I just can't tell enough people quickly enough. And, my team of people, most of them are clients here, and they have just taken off like the Wendy's and the Christie's, and they are phenomenal. And all of everything that they're doing and everything that I am able to do comes in from Leah stepping up to the plate, Andy stepping up to the plate and helping me. Like you said, I could not have done any of this by myself, never in a million years. And so I am super excited to be in this position that I didn't even know I was going to win, that I had no idea I had directors breaking out because I don't understand. I'm one of those people, I don't understand the marketing plan. I don't know how it works. I just know huge sums of money are coming to me every week on Wednesday. And I love that part. Oh my gosh, I love it so much, y'all. I was able to hire Miss Christie as my personal trainer. Just saying. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the age of 65, my butt is in my gym and she works me out hard to help me stay healthy on the physical level now. So
I'm trying to catch up to you, Dr. Debbie.
we have so much fun, and we have a lot of things that we're planning on doing and starting. And I even told Miss Leah I'm moving fear out of the way. I'm going to start hitting the road with her to go see Miss Wendy in San Antonio. Y'all better be ready because all kinds of things are fixing to happen.
I love that. I love that it's a team. It is a team effort, right? And we're out there sharing in hopes that someone is going to catch the vision and want to share it with us. All right. So, Christy, why don't we go to you first, girl? Share with us kind of what it's meant to you to be a part of an incredible team of people that want to help you get to where you want to go.
Well, first of all, it's an honor and to get to work with so many amazing people. And, I think Dr. Debbie can relate, or we all can relate, as a business owner myself and practitioner, just, when you're going places, it can feel lonely. And what I appreciate about this is we have a team, like Dr. Debbie said, like Leah, Laura, Dr. Stacy, the Zooms, and everybody. We just appreciate all that y'all do to help us. And I think my biggest takeaway would be to rely on your team. Don't try to do it all by yourself. And utilize those people, kind of like Dr. Debbie. I wasn't really expecting to hit different targets. I think that when you're educating people and you have a heart to help people and you have the heart posture to want to help people and actually help heal people, then the rest just takes off. For me, and I'm sure Dr. Debbie too, it's just about educating our clients. And when they understand it, it sticks better with them. Then they're talking to their friends, their family about it. And it's really a product that sells itself. I know we've said that so many times, but this product sells itself. I personally feel like I finally found a wearable form of frequency that they can put on anywhere in the world. They don't have to come into an office to get frequency, but they could put on anywhere in the world and they get therapy, that is going to heal their body on a cellular level. And so, like Debbie says, Dr. Debbie says, if your cells are sick, your body can't heal itself. And this is something that is next to nothing. So it really does sell itself, giving your people the right education knowledge, making sure they understand how it works, what it does, and what it's actually doing to their bodies, despite if they feel something or not right away.
I love that. The education piece of it, you guys, that's where we become teachers, right? We become educators because we do know more than our clients know. And that's key in keeping them hatching, is keeping them educated and always learning. Thank you, Christy. You guys are just so amazing, you and James. And I know that you attract so much energy to you because you guys have so much great energy in sharing it. You have such a big heart to share it with everyone. So thank you so much for being a part of this amazing team.
Oh, thank y'all.
All right. Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy, you guys, I met Wendy probably, I'm not even sure, 2 or 3 years ago. And she and I have locked arms really tightly for the last 2 years and in doing events together in San Antonio. So, Wendy, share with us. I know you are busting it, girl. You're busting it now. You busted it to get to that Punta Cana trip. Tell us what building this business with people that you have come to know and love and people that are joining you in your business that are as excited as you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, thank you so much, Leah. Leah has literally taken me underneath her wing and just been such a huge support for me. And I'm just really excited about it and excited to be on Dr. Debbie's team. So y'all, Dr. Debbie has been my naturopathic doctor for 7 years since I got diagnosed with cancer. And I just have always looked up to her, and just the fact that I get to do business with her now is just, I still can't get over it because I love her so much. But the team has been awesome. Andy, she's like just such a huge resource for me. Anytime I have like, complicated questions about comp plan, or, somebody asks me a question, well, I don't know how to answer that. Andy's like always my person I go to. And Leah, we just have such a great group of people who want to genuinely help. And everyone really has the right heart and mind. And I love it. I love it.
Wow.
I love it. I love so much that, again, you guys, the team, it's all a team. We cannot do this by ourselves. And probably, I know probably Dr. Stacy has, and Laura and myself, and some of us that have been in it for a long time. We have people that go off and try to do it by themselves. But then they come back and they realize it's a team effort, right? We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, and that's where you leverage the people around you in their strengths, right? If you don't have them, it doesn't mean that you're not good just because you don't have a strength someone else does. You don't have to have it. You've got that teammate.
Elaine Marshall.
So with that, Dr. Stacy, I'm going to toss it back over to you for our next
Thank you, Leah.
senior director.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Debbie. And to your two up and coming new senior directors, Wendy and Christy. I'm looking forward to spending time with you at that leadership retreat house, those houses. We've got 4 of those babies in Orlando in February. So that's going to be fun. Laura, I'm going to turn it over to you. I would love for you to have a conversation with Barb Freeman, who is a newer senior director in our organization.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got the pleasure of spending time with her when she was working towards senior director. And then we spent some time afterwards planning and strategizing to move to the next level. So Barb, you've heard these ladies. I'm going to turn it over to you, but let everyone know we do have some new people on here, who you are, where you live, and give us a snapshot into that senior director and how you got there and your team and things of that nature.
Great. Thank you so much. And so I am Barbara Freeman. As she said, I am in the Charlottesville, Virginia area, the beautiful state of Virginia. And boy, it's been quite a journey. It has been quite a journey. Both of my directors are unavailable tonight. One is out of the country and the other one is on vacation somewhere and unavailable. So they were unable to be here tonight. But it has been such an honor working with them as people who are definitely hired up, as they say. What do they say? Yourself or better? Absolutely, positively, both of these ladies. And one has been my friend for over 20 years and a retired nurse, and the other one is an MD. So it's been beautiful to have such persons on the team and themselves lead very powerful teams. So the journey to senior director was a very interesting one because I had sat at manager for over a year. Very frustrating because people will get that close and that you know how it goes. And but one of them became a director earlier in the year. So I thought, that's taken care of. And then the team body went poof, way over. That's taken care of. Well, now we just need one more. So as Dr. Stacy had worked with me and looked in the back office and told me what I needed to do, I then got that second person and showed her what she needed to do. So we locked arms very strongly for, I don't know, it probably was a good month of a run. And we had in our minds September 17th, LifeWave's deadline for convention. We are going to do this. And we did. Mind you, she did it ahead of me. She did it ahead of me. So her doing it ahead of me meant that I now had two directors. Boom. There you go. That's how it happened.
You know, Barb, what I love about you, and again, I think this is, I love for the new people to hear this. You've never been a part of this industry before in your life. And this is something where you've engulfed new people in your life. You've made incredible friends, like Leah was speaking of, because in your prior profession, and I know you're still there, but you have a plan in place. What does that look like coming from? Let everyone know where you come from, because I think a lot of people kind of fall into that, well, gosh, I've never done this before. I don't think I can do this. But here Barb Freeman is. Tell them about your other job.
Well, the other job, which I really haven't paid very much attention to recently at all, and might well have said goodbye to it because I let my license slip. I didn't intend to do that. A technical error did that. And so I'm thinking maybe this is exit plan without my planning it. I don't know. We'll see. However, I was in financial services for over 2 decades, and it was a lone man job. I sat by myself all week long. I worked with clients all week long. Monday left, Friday came home. That was it. That's all I knew. I was very happy all by myself. I didn't want a team. And so the concept of team and working with people, oh my goodness, it's been quite a challenge, but it's been a great challenge because it really has been a personal development journey for me. It is. And so learning, not been in Toastmasters. I had been a club president. I had been an area governor, if you guys know any of those things about Toastmasters. So I had done leadership already. But getting to work this closely day in and day out with persons versus going to a meeting once a month or every other week and working with a team there was quite different. It is quite different. And so you all know the challenges. And then there are days when you go, okay, we need a break here. But it means also that I don't get to quit. I have no intention of, and I get to encourage others not to. And so that journey of moving from solo man to doing this has really been quite good for me personally. And I'm just totally enjoying it because I'm a people person. I have never met a stranger, literally. And so that really helps me. And I just went to the store this evening, and this young lady was in there, the health food store. And I just noticed her energy was just off the chart. And she's talking to the girl at the cashier. And I said, well, are you in business? Because the conversation, she says, well, I work for yada yada. She has my card. I have her information. I will be following up with her tomorrow. Dynamite young lady. So I just plugged myself into wherever there is. And I'm sure, I know that we'll be blooming other managers and directors as time goes on. Absolutely, we will be.
I love that. Okay, so we have like 1 or 2 minutes left. So I'm going to ask you one last question. What is the best thing for you about LifeWave?
Oh gosh, the team, absolutely positively the team. So tomorrow morning, I lead the team in Maryland on the up and coming ones in their weekly team meeting. And initially, when it was suggested that I do it, I balked. I absolutely balked. Kim had been doing it for us, and I was very happy with Miss Kimberly doing it. I'm good. And she said, no, you need to step up to the plate. My director tells me I need to step up to the plate. I'm like, we can do this. And so on Thursday mornings, and they go, geez, you know a lot. That's great. That's a great idea. And I'm going, that's Dr. Stacy, that's Peter, that's Marcy, that's Laura, that's Leah, that's Kimberly. That's why you think I know a lot. So it's been wonderful plugging in and growing with the team and realizing it cannot be done alone. And so that's the best thing about it for me, the people, absolutely the people. I'll take the money too. Yeah.
Well, we love you as much as you love all of us. And so we want to thank you for everything that you put into it. The growth that you're experiencing, I think personally and in your business, is phenomenal to watch. And can't wait to see what's next for you, lady.
Wow.
I want to just add one little caveat, you guys. Barb Freeman is not on social media.
Mm-mm.
She has not built her business at all. She does not even have an account.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Barb. Congratulations. I'm excited for you and your team, and I can't wait to celebrate with you in February.
Thank you. Same here.
Yay! Awesome. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Presidential Director Charlene Saylor, who is going to talk to our Ron and Honey Logan, brand new senior directors as of what, yesterday? So, Charlene, turn it over to you, girl.
Yes, I am so excited for Ron and Honey Logan. They became senior directors yesterday and they're almost executive directors. And I am thrilled for them. I'm so excited for them. Ron and Honey, Tina, that whole entire team, they are rocking it, killing it. I'm so proud of them. Ron and Honey have been like serving in the Kansas City community for years and years. And they are still continuing to help change people's lives. So Ron and Honey, tell me, are you excited?
Yeah, excited.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I owe it all to you and Tina.
Yes. Yeah.
And a great team. I see Beth and Michael there and Scott and Gina Mode.
Wow.
Look at them.
We didn't know that that kind of people existed. But everybody that's been on here so far, and probably everybody else that will join our team, has this basic instinct to love their neighbors as themselves. That's the second great commandment, and that's where it all starts. We had to love ourselves, and that's why I was interested in health way back when. And now I'm 90 years along in it.
Yeah.
I had a family that wasn't interested in health. I'm Ron. And so they're all dead and long gone. So I got a new family. And like Beth and Mike and people like that are just like our brothers and sisters. It's wonderful to see. I've been on the radio for 27 years here. I've been a medical doctor, an ND and an MD, and all kinds of things for 90 years here.
Famous iridologist.
So it's been fun. So we know a lot of people. I just don't understand how many people, and they keep coming. And every time they come, you know what they're going to hear. We don't know much about the technicality of signing people up or anything else. Charlene, you've done it all for us. If it wasn't for you, we'd be peasants, and as far as life was concerned. But now we're my wife's
Senior director.
well, yeah, she's getting to be a superwoman, and she can leap buildings with a single bound and sign people up. Boom, boom. Well, she's not learned to do that yet. However, Charlene, you've got us there, and it's just amazing when you see that. I've been in a lot of situations throughout my life. I've been a doctor of some kind for 70 years almost. I'm in my 90s now. And they asked me, why don't you retire? Like Willie Nelson, he asked, from what? Well, you're doing what you love to do, what you've done all your life. And you've got this massive amount of people, that come to you every day. I have to beat them off the door. And now all I can do is talk to them about the patch. It's wonderful to see. Now I approach people and start talking about the patch, and they show me they've already got one. And what happens when all the world has one? What happens? Our business goes down. I guess we can teach our kids. But it's wonderful to see so many thousands of people getting healthy this way. And it's just brand new to us. Everything is healable. And I've taught that all my life. I even went to the leper colony in Molokai. I spent 3.5 years there finding a cure for leprosy. And some of the highlights of my life. We found that 2 things put together cures leprosy, stops it. And they call it Hansen's disease now today because of what we did. We've emptied the leper colonies. If you can do that, you can cure anything. And of course, that's Dr. David's, he's not a doctor, but he's better than a doctor. David Schmidt, he lives by that rule. Anything can be cured. if stem cells can remake you, or what can't be cured. Well, see, so we're on the top of the heap. We owe a lot to him and people like him. We all have adopted the same idea and frequencies that came from him. I think we all ought to be thankful that we found each other. I just love this group. I love to sit and hear them. Although I'm going to have to learn to use a computer. And so, but and Honey is pretty good at it, even old as she is, you know. But he said, "Are you going to die?" I asked my doctor, and he says, "From what?" He said, "It's the last thing you're going to do." So until then, we're going to help other people, and we'll be just as happy doing it as we can be doing anything. So health is it. Spiritual health comes first, of course. Physical health second. We're all there, seems like, because loving each other is the rule.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And one of Honey's people that got her here is you, Beth. Beth, can you speak a little bit? You're part of this amazing team of getting these wonderful couples where they are.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for that. We're so forever grateful to them. I mean, we just feel like we were so blessed and lucky to even find them. I was chasing down Dr. Ron as an iridologist. In hindsight, now we know why we were really chasing them down. But Honey really made it happen when she told us about your Missouri meeting in January, that Dr. Stacy and Superman would be there, and we'd been seeing their videos. And at first it didn't seem realistic at all, but Honey's like, "We'll pick you up, we'll book the room, we'll drive you around, just show up." And I'm like, "Should we?" And Michael's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So really it did all just start with them. It's been amazing. And then of course, getting to work so closely with Dr. Stacy early in, and you and Gary, it's totally, truly the team, or we wouldn't be anywhere near where we are without all of you. Thank
You're
you.
so right. It's the team, and just like they were saying earlier, it's the team. Like we need each other. We thrive off of each other. We push each other. We, build each other, and I'm so grateful for you all.
Yeah, it's mutual. Back at you.
I love it.
Yes.
And Honey, you have your sister just promoted, is that correct? To director, right? Because Beth is already a senior director. Your sister just promoted to director, and so that's how you got senior. And I think you're 2% away from executive director, right? How's that been working with your sister?
Oh, it's been fun.
Yeah, she's a great gal.
We're closer than ever.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations. I can't wait to celebrate with you both in our leadership retreat houses in February. Dr. Ron and Honey Logan, congratulations. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to have a blast.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes, sir.
Can't
Thank
wait to see you guys.
Tina's here. If it wasn't for Tina, we wouldn't have the spark to start into the business. But
Well,
Tina
I know.
just won't shut up, how she
I
is.
texted her this morning. I said, "Tina, can you get Honey and Ron on tonight?" And she goes, "If I go to their house." I said, "Okay, we'll go do that."
And that's why we're wearing our Superman shirts that
Yeah.
Superman, Gary, and Dr. Stacy, and Charlene, they made for us. So
Oh my God.
we're in our gear.
You're in your
Kansas
game.
City and the Kansas City Chiefs and
That's
Superman.
right. That's right. I love
That
it.
is amazing, Tina. I meant to mention you. You are amazing. I love you.
Thank you.
And we have X-ray vision. I want to be a real Superman and sign people up as premiums in 15 minutes.
There you go. That's exactly right. You got it, Ron. I know you can do it, buddy. Well,
And you
thank
know what? Sometimes we're scared to talk to someone we respect so much. Like he said, he's been on the radio for 28 years. He's a young 90-year-old. I've known him since I was 19 years old. In Kansas City, he's a saint. He's an angel. He's saved people on the brink of death and stage 4 cancer. I mean, he's brought people from the dead back to life. And now their new passion together, they are the dynamic duo, the X39 and Eon. But in Kansas City, the Logans are so regarded and respected and loved. And when I first heard about this X39 stem cell patch, they were the third person I talked to. And after I enrolled them, they said, Tina, in the last 4 years, or no, 2 years or something like that, they said 6 other people had talked to us. But
Oh, yeah.
but why did you choose me? Why?
Because you spoke up.
Yeah, you got a loud mouth. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You started telling
Don't be
me
afraid of telling
testimonies.
people about this. You're saving their lives. Hmm.
I love it.
All right, you are saving everybody's lives. We love you. Thank you. Thank you, Charlene. You are instrumental and key to our success because all 3 of us, they might be 72 and 90, but I'm 54 and still don't know how to use a computer. I'm learning though, because I got Superman Gary and Dr. Stacy said, Tina, it's time you step it up, girl. You need to learn how to use a computer and help your people.
You're almost a presidential director.
Thank you.
I love it, Tina. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to take it over to Jamie. Jamie, can you tell everybody who you are, where you're from? Tell us how long you've been with LifeWave as a new senior director.
Well, I'm Jamie Ellis. I'm from North Dakota. We just had a blizzard yesterday, so I've been kind of stuck inside. But I've been actually a senior director for a while, probably since last February. So I need to move on. And so I needed to get plugged in and get my team growing and moving on. So that's why I appreciate you letting me be part of your team. I've kind of been out here by myself doing things and trying to figure stuff out. So
You have been a part of our team under Gary and under Crystal. So we
Yes.
just didn't know you were here. So we are
Well, I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I wasn't able to go to the conference. I was planning to go, and then my mom ended up flying up here from Colorado. She's 92. And so we had to put her in a home up here. So that's been kind of consuming me a little bit. But anyway, I got to go to Punta Cana. So that was exciting. And I got to meet Laura and yourself and Superman and a few other people. It was fun.
Well, I appreciate you introducing yourself to me there and taking that time to make that effort. I appreciate that because that means a lot. And like you're hearing from everybody else here, we're here to help each other and work together and one big happy team. And we hope you will join us in February at the Leadership Retreat as well in Orlando for that corporate boot camp and leadership retreat that we have. That's going to be an exciting time. So thank you, Jamie. Do you have your directors on here? Do you have, or I know your husband's one of your
My
directors.
husband's a director. Come here. he's hiding.
Hello.
What's it mean to be a director with LifeWave to help support your wife?
Well, she keeps cracking the whip, and I'm trying to do my best. So we're getting a lot of new contacts, and we're looking forward to growing a lot more.
Fantastic. We love it. Well, thank you for working with her on this.
Yep.
Whip or no whip. Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Jamie, do you have your other director on here by chance?
No, she's not here, but
No
she's in
worries.
Williston. Most of my team is all in Williston, my little town here. So I do a lot of patching parties and I do a lot of little one-on-ones with my group. So
Fantastic. Well, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great. I love that. I've just like you heard, Barb built her business offline. I spent my whole first year doing the same thing, building my business offline. So there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Belly to belly is amazing.
yeah.
So, thank you, Jamie, for taking the time to share. We look forward to hearing from you and seeing you again soon.
Thank
All right, Michelle Carson, where are you? Can you hear me? Did she go? I thought she was just here. I just had her. She must have lost. Nope, she's gone. Okay, we had Michelle Carson was on here too as a newer senior director. All right, you guys. So I want to we've got about 20 minutes left. And if she pops back on, I'll get her on. But we got about 20 minutes left. And I would love for you to, number one, ask questions of any of the people that have spoke this evening, any of our new senior directors or even directors or senior presidential directors. I would love for you to either unmute yourself. You have the ability to do that, or to, I think you have the ability, don't you? Do you have the ability to unmute yourself?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Okay. To unmute yourself, or if you want to type a question in the chat, this is your time, because there are a lot of you on here, and I know you're working towards senior director, so you can join us at that leadership retreat. And you got to hear a little bit from each of them, but I would love for you to be able to maybe dive in a little bit more, ask a few more questions. So Candace, take it away, girl.
Well, first of all, I just want to say congratulations and how grateful and blessed I am to be a part of Team Evolve, and particularly Dr. Stacy, your team. It is such, literally, like daily, causing me to tear up. I know God sent me to this team. I talked to other people and they were like, oh, the patches are amazing. I'm like, why the hell didn't you tell me? And then I realized they didn't tell me because I was supposed to be here. And had they told me, I wouldn't be here. So I am grateful. Everything happens at the right time. So that was a whole aside. I wasn't expecting it. My question is, what has been something, one thing, a number of things, several things that has been important for you, each of you, in working with your teams and having them grab a hold of the vision and be in movement and actually going toward just helping people, because that's what we're trying to do, but some people get it. And so I'm curious, what has been useful for you in being able to do that?
Whoever wants to unmute and answer that question.
I'll
Bill,
unmute.
Go ahead.
To me, one of the biggest things is just portraying your love for people, because you get the opportunity every single day to help somebody change their life. And that is the absolute most fulfilling thing to me. I mean, my phone starts ringing at 6:30 in the morning. Last night I was on the phone till 11:30, and I love it. I love it because I'm helping people and it makes them happy. It makes them feel better. And when you can portray that to your team, like you get to help change the world. There is nothing like this out there. I mean, everybody needs some form of hope and healing, and this does it. And if you can just portray that to your team, that you get to help change the world literally with hope and healing, I mean, to me, that is the greatest thing.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Charlene. Anyone else want to answer Candace's question?
I'm not sure there's a better answer than that. That was great, Charlene.
Yeah, you get to. Exactly. Yeah, if you love what you're doing, you don't feel like you're working. You really don't. It just feels so different. You're making such a difference, such an impact. Yeah. Thank you, Candace. Who else has a question for any of our senior directors or above that spoke this evening? Yeah.
By the way,
ahead.
Dr. Stacy, I also loved when you said earlier today on the worldwide call, I'm just going to tell the world. And you can either come tell the world with me, or I'll go find somebody else that's gonna, because I'm going to tell the whole world. That was so cute and wonderful.
You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I don't either. I try to keep it PG, but I love it. All right. There was another Barb Hale. Where'd you go? You had your hand up to ask a question.
I'm here. I wanted to talk to the lady that's from North Dakota.
Yes. Jamie.
The one that's in the silo. I feel like I'm in the silo also, being in West Virginia. And I've been in my neighborhood. I'm getting a little emotional because I went out in the rain and I had chills and fever, but I kept going. I've gotten about 25 doors slammed in my face trying to help people, but I'm still going. So I was just gonna reach out to her and ask her, what has she done?
Well, my husband and I are very active in our community. We're very busy people, and we're very involved in our church. I guess, it hasn't been terribly hard. I mean, your question was how do you handle when they don't respond? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess I just don't let it bother me. The thing of it is, I have a testimony because this has made a big difference in my life. And if they don't want to grab hold of it, then I just move on, you just.
Yeah, that's what I've done too, because the patches have helped me because I had bone on bone with my knee, and I'm walking without a brace, and I don't know what else to tell them.
Well, if you've got results, just share your results. I guess that's what I do. I mean, I just share what has happened for me, and if people are ready to, to grab on, they do it. They ask you. I guess I don't know. I think so many people knew who I was and where I was coming from. I walked around with a walker in front of me. I had a brace on my back. And so people knew that I was injured, and they saw the difference in me. And I don't know, I think they were asking what happened, how are you doing all this? They just knew where I came from. So it was an easy way to be a testimony to them, I guess.
I love that. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
That's great. And Barb, maybe it's not the people in your neighborhood that you're knocking on doors, trying to get to. Maybe you do, like Susan Roeder was talking about in the chat, and you go blitzing. You go talk to people, businesses. You go talk to chiropractors or massage therapists or acupuncturists or craniosacral therapists. Maybe you go to your area and target some type of businesses that, instead of maybe people in your neighborhood, maybe it's the business. And that's what Susan does, is door-to-door business. We call it blitzing. Maybe that's an option for you as well too, to get your word out. But I love the people saying in the chat, just pray, ask God, who do I need to bless today? Who do you want me to talk to? Put those people in front of me, and I'll go out there and I'll talk to them, whoever they are, right? So the doors, those just aren't your doors right now, right? Those doors that are shut, they're not your doors right now. Maybe down the road they will be, but maybe not. And that's okay, because God puts the people in front of you. Just like Candace said, there were people that knew about this patch, and now she knows why they didn't tell her, because this is where she was supposed to be. This was her divine timing, right? So Brandy has a question in here, and she said she's grateful that she met a bunch of us in Dallas, but she said that, what have you said to the ones who keep reaching out to you, but constantly say no? So they're reaching out, they're interested, they're like, maybe, yes, I want this, but they don't commit. So who has a comment or response to that would like to unmute yourself from our directors and above that have spoke tonight?
Brandy, one question that I would ask you, are you inviting them to a podcast? Are you inviting them to Dr. Stacy's Q&A? Are you turning them on to a third-party verification, someone outside of you?
She said yes.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. That's a really great thing for you to continue to do that. Can you give us an idea of, is the reason is that they just haven't made a move, or are they giving you a specific reason why they're not making a move?
Maybe it's better if I just unmute myself. Is that okay?
That would be lovely.
Totally.
Sorry, I wasn't by my phone. A lot of times it's people I've known for many years. I mean, they've watched me through my journey and different things that I've tried. And I don't know if they're just not convinced. I don't know if they're scared. I've sent multitudes of invites for the patching podcasts and whatnot. I sent a lot of them today, and I don't know that anybody even jumped on. And that's okay. I think it's just I don't know, am I saying the wrong things? Am I not?
Well, you can never say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person. Okay. Always remember that. You know, one thing that you'll hear Dr. Stacy talk about, I talk about it a lot. There's several of us that do practice this. When you're having a conversation with somebody who might be on the fence, why don't you ask them this question? On a scale from 1 to 10, where are you with this? Where are you with moving forward and maybe giving this a try to help you with X? And if they come back with a 7, a 6, you can say something like, well, what can I do to make it an 8? What can I do to make it an 8 for you? Listen to what they have to say. Because if you can engage them with a conversation and kind of let them put their guard down a little bit, they might come back to you to say, well, you know, I'm worried that it might not work for me, or I might not be able to afford this for that 6 months that you keep sharing with me that I might have to do this, and keep working them up the scale. If they come back to you with a 1 or a 2 or a 3, they're not ready. And I want to tell you that I'm giving you permission to release them and let them sit and be for a bit. Because like Leah says all the time, you've planted a seed and we will be a household name. And they're going to see a patch on the back of somebody's neck standing in a grocery store. And if you just very lightly continue to water with them and stay in touch with them, don't bombard them, don't chase them away, right? Give them some space. But asking them what they're like on a scale from 1 to 10 might move you into that place of them getting started a little sooner than later. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I'm definitely going to try that.
Awesome. Keep me posted.
Will.
All right. Lauren had a question in the chat. She said, what would be the best way to try to get more people from my team to come to the trainings? I have a few people that do, but not like I would hope so. Who wants to answer that? So I'll share this, unless you guys want to jump in. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Everyone has a different level of commitment, of interest. They have different goals. They have different plans. And of course, those can change and evolve over time. But your job's not to try to convince them to come to something. I mean, make them aware of it. Here's the schedule. Here's what's happening. And if you're not available, you can definitely catch the recording. There are a lot of people, especially like our European brand partners, they're never going to make it to training at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's not going to happen, right? They're living on a different time zone that is in the middle of the night. So they catch recordings. So just send them the recording and say, hey, I didn't see you on our training last night. It was so good. You really need to hear from these new directors and senior directors. Check this recording out. Play it when you're on your way to work today. And if they do, they come back to you, fantastic. You know that's a runner. You know they're committed. You know that's who I'm working with. And if they don't, you know that they're a walker and they're not interested right now in running to that next level with you. And that's okay, because where you place your energy and your time and your focus and your intention and efforts will expand. And if you're taking your energy and your focusing and your efforts into someone that's got the brakes on, right? Then that's not where you want to be. That's not going to expand in the right direction. Anybody want to piggyback off of that?
I really liked what Laura, I think you said this the other day, know who your A, B, and C team players are. Know who are the A team who's ready to go, ready to work, going out there, getting uncomfortable every day. Know who your B team is, the lukewarm, that's kind of ready, kind of doing it. And then C team who wants to, but they're just not ready yet. And then like Dr. Stacy, like what you said, focus your energy on those people that are ready. And then once you and that person or those people take off, you're leading by example. It's contagious. Those people are going to want to go with you. So
I love that. Thank you for bringing that up. A, B, and C team. Yes. Just ask them. Are you on the A team? Are you on a mission to promote with me? Don't be scared to ask them. We're all adults. Are you on the B team? Are you like, yes, I want to get there, but I got to do this at my own pace? Or are you the C team? No, I'm totally fine being at this rank right now. Not on a mission like you are. Love you, but not on a mission. Ask
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. And if they're on the D team, they do know you're not here. Like, okay, girl. Don't even get on the F team. No, that's not the next not the next letter. Okay, so Sherry wants to know, is there a way to filter YouTube videos to find the most recently recorded ones? I don't know about you guys, but when I go to YouTube, if I go to my YouTube channel, I just go to my channel on my app and I touch the videos button. They're all in order by the month, starting at the most recent, right down in order. You have to go to my channel. Dr. Stacy, DrStaci. When you go to that channel, are they there? You guys agree with me? They're all in order? The most recent down? Okay, good. And yes, there are shorts, of course. The shorts are in there too. But if you touch videos, that should hopefully pop out most of the shorts. So that way you'll just see the bigger, longer ones, right? But keep in mind, all of the YouTube videos, as far as product and business, have been shared on the Millionaire Patching Rockstar page. So they all get shared. They're all there. A lot of them are pinned to the top in the featured section. So definitely look there too. But the YouTube's in perfect order. Any other questions you guys have? This is your time. We got about 6 minutes left.
Jamie, you want to unmute yourself?
I am going to hop off here now. Laura and Leah are going to finish up with the Q&As, but I've got to jump onto the Big Team Evolve Zoom to get Trey set up and ready to go for his Gen Z Millennial Zoom. So I will let you, Laura and Leah, take over from here, and I'll see you guys in a hop, skip, and a jump on the other Zoom.
Bye.
Bye.